Hey, welcome to our chat and interview where we're going to be breaking down the song of Give Me Jesus that I worked with on the lovely Bassey. I have her with me here today. We're just going to be talking about our experiences, what it was like collaborating on this and piecing this together from our hearts, doing this for God and just giving back our spirits through music so that we can share this with you. Bassey, welcome for taking this time right now to speak with me and letting the world know exactly how you piece this wonderful magic together in terms of using your talented, gifted voice that God has blessed you with to be able to share with the world. So, I'm going to
Thank
be
you.
asking you a few questions that I'm hoping you can share with everyone from your heart. Just be completely honest, don't hold anything back. So, the
Okay.
first thing is,
Definitely.
why did you decide to work on this song with me?
Okay, so I am a freelancer, which I work with different apps like Upwork, Fiverr. But for this particular job, the reason why I took it and I was excited to work on it is I don't get Christian songs often, and being able to, there's this joy about Christian songs. There's this thing you can connect to. So being able
Mm-hmm.
to get this job that I could used to bring back my spirit life
Mm-hmm.
back to life. You get me? So being able to just have that song bring all the calmness back to me, I was pretty excited to take the job. And yeah, I think it worked. It helped me a lot that time with the things I was going through and all. So yeah,
Yes.
I hope that answered the question.
That no, that sure did. And that's what I wanted to when I was picking out the different people that I was going to work with in this song. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just a money transaction. It wasn't just pure business, but it was you're doing it from your heart as well. Because music,
Yeah.
that type of song, it just needs that. Most artists I work with for songs that I'm finding out, it's typically a business transactions. I do make my selections on people who can deliver, of course, but I wanted to make sure that they understand spiritually where I was coming from to be able to communicate that with their singing. So I truly appreciate
Mhm.
you taking it on that for that particular reason. That means a lot to me.
Thank
Yes.
you.
So moving on, second question I have for you is to tell us about your faith. What do
Okay.
you believe in?
First, I come from a Christian home. My name is Ame Bassey, which means lover of God.
Yeah. You
So
said
that's
lover
just
of God
yeah,
or river of God?
yeah, lover of
Lover of
God.
God. Oh, I learned something new
Yeah,
about you and what that. So it's Ame Abasi. Can you spell that?
Ame Bassey. Ameabasi.
Gotcha.
So that is literally incorporated in my life, my relationship with God. It's
Hmm.
literally all about receiving love from Him, being able to give to everybody around you. So that's my faith, pretty much.
Gotcha. How did you start off as a kid or did you transition? Your family transition for you guys to get there?
Uh, I said I come from a Christian home, yes. So there was morning prayer every morning and all of that, the typical
Yeah.
Christian family. And now I'm literally in a different state
Hmm.
than my parents. I'm living alone. So it's the culture of having morning prayer that helps us as kids to still be able to pray in the morning and still be able to have our relationship with God and all of that.
Gotcha. So since now you're living alone, do you still do it, or you think after you left your parents, you was like, "That's it. I no longer have to keep this
Okay.
tradition."
Uh, okay, to be honest, it's not really been a struggle, but there are times that I'm consistent with it. I have books that I read. I have my daily devotional. I
Yeah.
read my Bible, and I don't know. I feel like it's common, and everybody should understand that there are phases in your life where you're really not sure if the things you believe in are true
Hmm.
and you're struggling. So I feel like, to be honest, at this point in my life, I'm kind of at that place where my faith is trying to grow and trying to gain strength.
Hmm.
You know, I feel like I've fallen, so
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah. No, I completely understand. I was in that same state. I would say 7 years ago is when I made the dedication to be committed as well. I grew up in a Christian home, but from about leaving high school, you're not independent, working on your own and such. You kind of stray away. That's what happened to me, and I felt when I was younger
Yeah.
too. I was just going to church because my family was going to church. It's something that we were brought in and we had to do it.
Mhm.
But as we got older, we got the freedom
Yeah.
and flexibility. I kind of let go. But one thing, God will always like attract you back. It's like a big magnet, and you'll always be attracted back to leading to the
Mhm.
house, in the sense of making sure your foundation is built in strong. And just like you, I've been doing devotions as well on a daily basis. I made a commitment to pray every morning. It's a struggle at first to be committed to that, as well as reading the Bible on a daily
Mhm.
basis, even if you're not reading 50 pages, but you're doing a little bit in pieces at a time, trying to understand and
Mhm.
dissect it. And that's the phase I am right now. I'm doing studies several times a week. It's kind of becoming an addiction for me, where it's really embedded in part of my life. And I'm glad to hear that you're kind of in the same state as well, and you're starting to
Mhm.
evolve more and more. So we all growing together in that sense. I completely understand from
Yeah.
where you're coming from, and I'm sure anyone else who's watching is dealing with that as well. It's not easy, and just because you're committed to being in the word and such does not mean life is going to be perfectly and easy. You're going to have struggle continuously. In fact, because you're committed more, your brain is more open, your mind is a lot wiser. You're gonna be able to discern how the world is perceived now. Your eyes is just gonna be so much wider, in the sense of understanding the difficulties that you face with the struggles. It's not gonna be easy. It's not an easy ride in the park. That's on purpose. That's just how God designed it. As you get closer and closer to Him, it's gonna test out your faith. So thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So the next thing I
Okay.
wanted to ask you, to be completely honest with me, is how has it honestly been working with Yarley G throughout this entire song? Like, what was it like?
It was phenomenal. It was a great experience. I mean, you're talented and you obviously give your all into your work. But honestly, it was like the longest job I've ever done. It was like 1 month.
Yes.
The audio and the video, and there were multiple revisions. And looking at the end work, the video at the end, I didn't think we could get there. I didn't think the audio would check out that well. I didn't think I could do that video part. I've never really had a nice setup and done a nice video like that. So
Yeah.
you definitely challenged me. And there are times when you call and you walk me through the session and all of that was really awesome. And thank you for trusting me with your work, with your project.
Yeah. No, I'm glad that you're being completely honest. Yeah, I know I probably frustrated
Mhm.
you a couple of times, but I believed in
Yeah,
your
yeah,
voice.
yeah,
When I stumbled
yeah.
upon your voice, out of everyone that I found for all the different songs, you stood out to me the most. Like, you
Mhm.
weren't Mariah Carey, but there's something about your voice that it stood out from everybody else. And I was just like, I got to try to work on the song with you. I don't think you're replaceable in that sense, and I just had to do this with you. And I'm glad you connected to the song in that sense, because I don't think you understand what it did to me just hearing the samples of the other songs that you did. But then when I first heard your first recording of it, I was like, yes, she's the one that has to work on this. But I gotta push her to get there. I was like, I know you don't seem to be comfortable in the sense of where you know your talent is, the people that you work with. Of course, they're gonna most people, they know basic. They know basic. They know how to stay here. But then sometimes you got to try to get there, especially for a song where I'm trying to devote this to God. I want to give it my all. The first of this project that I've worked on was probably in 2020 with someone else, and it was kind of straightforward. It was the first trial that we worked on together, I posted it, got some great feedback, and people told me how it touched their lives. So I was just like, well, if you thought that was great, then wait till I really pour my heart and soul into this. So
Mhm.
collaborating with you on this, every session, every take, I was like, I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna push through because one, your voice is unique. I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
work with what I have, with you, with what you have as well, our
Mhm.
availabilities, and we were able to create this into, I thought was magic, but we'll let you actually hear it for yourselves once this is all released, and I hope it touches you the same way as well. So thank you for being honest, and just know
Thank
that's
you.
just like my way of working. I believe in everyone to excel in their full talent and capabilities beyond what they may actually know, and I expect you to do the same to me as well if we're working on
So,
any other
thank
projects
you.
in the future. So thank you. You as a challenge as well. So, and I just appreciate it. Awesome. So
I'm honored.
next, I like to ask is what projects or goals are you working on at this moment?
At the moment, life as a freelancer, I've really not had a lot of projects going on. I think I don't have any projects to be honest,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to get jobs across different platforms. But there are some people I've worked with before, and I know they're definitely going to come back with more projects.
Yeah.
There's this guy on Fiverr that is telling me he wants to draw up a contract, and so I'm just expecting. I'm looking forward because
Hmm.
projects are coming. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. So I'm just trying to see if it's more of your projects or is it their projects that you're being
Um,
hired for.
uh, the ones I talked about just now are mostly their projects, but I have one personal project ongoing. This my friend's dad's a producer. He got somebody, a male artist, to sing a first verse and chorus.
Hmm.
So it's supposed to be like a call and response kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to work on the rest of the song, trying to write it. But that's personal, and we really don't know how it's going to turn out yet. We've not had any plans, so just something I'm jumping on.
Gotcha. That's that's amazing. It's beautiful. I'm almost excited to hear what you come up with, your voice comes out with, because sometimes that
Mhm.
helps me get ideas of things I can possibly utilize you on. As a music producer, that's just how I evolve. It's spontaneous. It's not like I set a set schedule standard. As life happens, I go through different things and I'm hearing different things. I get inspiration and it's great. Right now I'm in such a creative zone and the juices is just flowing. And I prayed about this so much last year and the year before this for God to just elevate that for me, and it has been such a blessing. So I'm looking forward to what you have to share with the world and with me as well. I'm always open to hearing whatever you're working on. So just know that I'm supporting you. All right.
Okay.
Next question I have for you is a bit more personal, right? I want you to tell us your story, where
Okay.
you're from, your origin, anything you feel that's very important to share with an audience so people can know a bit
Yeah.
about you, the true you.
My name is Ame Bassey, as I said.
Yep.
Bassey Odunide. Yeah. So my mother is a singer. She travels a lot. She sings a lot. We go to her hometown once a year for this whole festival that she hosts, and a lot of people come and give their lives to Christ. So yeah, I can't talk about my origin without mentioning that because she has really shown us the way in that aspect. Um, yeah, I'm a student. I'm a freelancer. I study religion and education in the
Okay.
University of Benin. I didn't plan to, but uh, our school system is really the whole Nigerian system is not really straight. So if
Yeah.
you're not from the state you're trying to get admission into, you might not get the course you actually apply for. Yeah. So yeah, that's working. So probably later on in life, I might do law. But I feel like I'm still really young and there's a lot of time.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm the last born. I have three elder siblings. and it's called my origin.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I think I should also talk about my hobby. I like to sing, although it's something I've not really discovered, not really opened yet. I'm not at my peak. I'm not where I should be as a vocalist, as a voice artist.
Yeah.
But I do like to sing, and I hope I get better. And if I was ever going to travel and study abroad, I'd want to dance. I'd want to go to one of those dance schools. Yeah, it's something I always wanted to do. Um, I play really good Scrabble. I'm very great at Scrabble. I have
Scrabble.
the whole dictionary.
Tell us
Yeah.
about that. Actually, tell me about that. I don't know that game. I haven't. I don't think I've played Scrabble.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have the board here with me.
Okay.
This is what it looks like. You just
Uh.
have to like create words with
Yeah.
tiles. They are small tiles. But it's really hot in Nigeria, so I find myself with this board a lot.
Use
But
what you
yeah,
have.
I have the app on my phone. I'm literally always spending my time with there. I went for a competition once and I did really good, so I
Nice.
feel like I'm really knowledgeable on
Wow.
that.
No, that's amazing. So you're a
You play
talented Scrabble player
okay.
too. No, go ahead. You
Do you
saying
play any board games like chess or any other board
chess?
games?
I know, but I don't know if I'm as good as you in chess. So maybe if I ever come to
Oh no,
Nigeria, we'll do one
I'm
round.
not so good in chess.
You say you are good in chess?
No, I'm not so good in chess.
Uh,
I think it's Scrabble I drifted towards
yeah.
growing up.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, chess is the only game I know. Scrabble, it looks like I gotta learn, but I'll poke
Um,
around and I'll try to see exactly how to play that. And hopefully, if I ever in
okay.
Nigeria one day, I'll come challenge you.
Yeah, definitely.
Look forward to it. No, thanks for sharing you so people know more about you. I think it's always important for people to understand that us as artists, it's not a perfect world. You have a lot of things going on. You're studying in school as well. You're elevating yourself. You're not just
Yeah.
diving into music. So letting the world know that it's okay to dangle around a few things while you're working on music and your
Yeah.
artistry. One, you gotta find ways to elevate, make money, and just bring yourself much, much more. We see many successful artists, they don't just do one thing, so they always venture off into different things, and it's important that you make sure you're prepared so when that day comes you have all these skill sets already built up. All right, so last question I have for you is where can
Okay.
people stay in touch with the amazing Ame Bassey?
Okay, that would be Instagram. I
Okay.
think I'm really active on yeah, Instagram. So you could just search for Ame Bassey Bassey.
Okay.
Yeah. And Twitter, my Twitter account is really not functioning that much, so Instagram more.
Gotcha. Gotcha. No, that's amazing. So Instagram, make sure you guys check her out on there. She just gave us a screen name. I'll make sure I show it in the video so that way we can all keep
Mm-hmm.
connected with her. Well, thank you so much, Amy Bassey, for the time. It
Thank
has been a
you.
wonderful experience working with you and chatting with you
Yeah,
once
same here.
more. It's been a while. At one point, I thought I lost you because I was looking for you and then I couldn't find you. And I had to go on
Oh,
Instagram and I'm like, I gotta find her
yeah,
name. And luckily, I pinged you on Instagram and then we stay connected that
yeah.
way. So
Thank you.
just know that your voice is unique. Your voice is amazing. You are one of a kind. There's something about it that no one else has, and you don't need to sound like Mariah Carey. That's not what it's about. But it's just the tone and the essence. The It's just something in there. Can't explain it. You
I
guys just are
really
gonna have to
appreciate
hear
it.
it. So
I
thank you.
appreciate it. Thank
No, of
you.
course. So I will see you next time. Once again, I'm looking
Okay.
forward to all your amazing music, and have a good one. Peace and love.
Yeah.